Austin West joins us once again from Synergy Credit Union. Now, Austin, in the last segment, we talked a little bit about living from behind, but what does it mean living forward?
Sure. You know, living forward is really going to be the opposite of living behind. It means that you're taking the time to proactively prioritize your financial needs and goals, and you're saving in advance for some of those things. Yeah, that would be the short answer for living forward.
So you mentioned prioritizing. What does that look like, and what can you do to prioritize?
Sure. You know, prioritizing can be difficult for a lot of folks. The first thing we have to start with is where are we headed? What are the things that are really important to you? So again, after you've taken care of your debt, when we start to live forward, we say, you know, is there a way that you can continue to save some of those money for future priorities? We would like to look in 3 different categories. So you can sit down together with your partner and you can make a list of your short term, your medium term, and your long term. Not just your goals and your wishes and your dreams, but some of the financial commitments that you know are going to be coming up around the bend. So for example, one easy way to save money is to live forward by preparing to pay for your automobile insurance in advance. So a lot of people don't know or realize that when we take that monthly stream, that paycheck, they actually charge an extra, you know, anywhere from 2 to 5% on to the balance. So whenever we talk about the short term, medium term, and long term, is sitting down together and really prioritizing what things are going to be most important to you to tackle for the future.
Let's talk about a little bit now just the benefits of shifting life that way.
Sure. Whenever you think about living from behind, it really adds a lot of stress to your life. A lot of clients told me over the years that it was like something that woke them up in the middle of the night. It's a weight that they carried on the back of their shoulder. So when you start to live forward, when you have a plan of action in place, it starts to remove a lot of that stress. And so whenever you remove that stress, it has reducing stress in our life has a direct impact on our relationships, on our health. In fact, one of the things that couples fight about most often is money. And so when we can remove that stress, we know that there's benefits to your health.
So let's talk about intentional life. What does that mean, and how do you live that, or kind of are able to live on that intentional life?
Sure. You know, whenever you start to live forward and you prioritize your goals and your dreams, it means that you're giving concerted effort and energy around a certain aspect of your life. That means you're really living intentionally. You're being mindful about where you are now and where you want to go. It's kind of like a GPS on your car. It means that whenever you know where you're headed, you can plug in your destination, and you don't necessarily get as sidetracked to the hustle and bustle of life. John Herdman, who happens to be the soccer coach for the Canadian men's national team, he would say that we get inundated with clutter in our mind. And so whenever we can eliminate clutter and live intentionally, you don't get distracted as much.
Perfect. Thank you so much for joining us, Austin. Really appreciate everything we spoke about today.
Thank you so much.
Perfect. We'll have more primetime local news coming up.